Hello, my friends. And, ooh, I'm kind of taking a break from recording some more parts of Secret of the Stars. I've already finished another one not too long ago. Um, so this is a house update of what's going on with state affairs that's going on in my life. First of all, well, yesterday, if you hadn't seen me online, or if you're wondering what happened, we had an all-day affair outside. Mainly, we took mom to the hospital because, well, we took her to our primary doctor first because after 2 weeks of, what we were observing, trying to get her back to, back to where she should be, health-wise, seems we had a snag in that. So the thing that was going on was, you know, the fact that Summer basically did a number on everyone, but especially to her because she's getting older. And she was trying, but a lot of bullshit happened, and my phone is letting me know that I got email. So, what has been going on since then? Well, as I said, the entire time we were at the doctor, we were just basically at the doctor and, for the most part, at the hospital. Now, now, the one question the doctor asked was, what happened? And that's what I'd like to know. It's like, yeah, what did happen? Because she was actually trying to get herself better the entire time, way before she went to the convalescent home a second time. And what had happened to make her go to the convalescent home was the old man had a manic episode. And that affected her. And what little things that can happen can truly affect her in, a variety of ways. Like, for one, when this happened, she was basically bedridden for the entirety of a weekend, and her legs just basically like went pretzel. So it was a challenge trying to get her out of there because, excuse me, her legs were pretzeled. And on top of that, she was just stiff all over. She never moved, and, she basically just went stiff as a board. So, we fast forward 3 months later, and this was going on while, summer. So the entirety of the summer, she was at a convalescent home. We felt she was getting better until we learned that they took her off her medicine. Whoever that was made a grave mistake because apparently she needs her medicine. That's the thing. When you're put on a certain medication, you are to stay on that medication, no matter how long it takes. And apparently, what we thought was doing, what we thought when we visited her throughout the many days she was there, in which she was doing good, strangely took a turn after she got back. Because the entirety of it was she had been away from her medicine for about borderline 3 months. And on top of that, she lost interest in eating. Now, she can't really lose interest in eating unless, for some reason, what she has causes that. Namely, she has dementia. This comes up to about, say, kind of where we are now in timeline. And this happened quite recently. We've learned from a speech therapist that she has the end stage level of dementia. And what he told us was she's going to need help trying to get something in her system. Thus, said we need to get a feeding tube installed into her. Now, you're probably wondering how hard that is. It is a very tough, very difficult situation. And since we all were there, or most of us who basically are involved with this, we're involved in the decision that yes, for her sake, this needs to happen. So, we all agreed that yes, she does need this just for her to survive. Because when we checked her in earlier, she was about 77 pounds. 77 pounds. So yeah, she needs something to at least bring her back up to where she should be. And that would involve the fact that she needs fluids, minerals, as well as something somewhat solid in her system because, she needs food. Now, after all this, pretty much this has been me the entire time this episode has been going on. Because previously, what happened was there was a fight that went on between my brothers. I had to get in between that because I don't know how it happened, and once I learned what happened about why that was going on, I basically took that stand and just said no. At least one of them came by. Well, actually, what I'll just throw it out there. My older, quote unquote, my older brother and my second older got into a fight over some money. At least that's what I thought it was about. And apparently what had happened was there was some sort of situation that almost went to fisticuffs had I not intervened. So I broke the fight up by actually getting in between them and just telling them to both stop. Now, second oldest backed away. Okay? Second oldest one backed away. And, first oldest. First oldest just basically just like went outside. Then my sister came in and she wanted to know what was going on. What I had learned was that it was the principle of me not getting what I deserve. Because apparently what we did earlier was we were cleaning out the back, trying to get some cans and plastics and whatnot. We were trying to clean out the back of all the junk that was laying there, all the cans and plastics and whatnot. Took it down to the plant, got some money for it. Because of a single lie of me not doing anything, in which that itself was a lie, because I decided, you know what? Yeah, today's a good day. It's not too hot. Sure, let me help with cleaning out the back. So here I am, outside, cleaning out, the back, batch by batch. And what I mean by batches is I'm carrying around mainly 3 to 4 bags at a time. So I'm carrying around 2 bags on each hand, laying them down in front. And I'm doing, 4, 3, 4, 3, sometimes 2, but mainly 4 to 3 bags, going back and forth from backyard to front. So we get everything packed up. We make 2 rounds. I didn't go the first round because I felt myself getting hot, had to hide from shade, and therefore I just figured, oh well, I could get myself a sandwich. I could, make myself a sandwich, wait until they come back, and I catch on the second run. Now, my second youngest, the second older, I'm going to call him older number 2. Older number 2 comes by and he says, you were supposed to be dressed and everything else and blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. And I stopped him. I said, can I say something? He said, yeah. I said, you see all those cans and plastics back there? He said, yeah. I'm the one who took them out. He felt stunned because I'm like, you didn't see the entirety of what was going on. I said, you see, what I was doing was basically what I was asked to do originally, which was you need to take all these bags down to the plant. So I said, well, yeah, I'm going to do that. Now you're wondering how this is linked to our current situation. Well, after the fight that happened, that I broke up, the old man got steamed. He went outside, talked to older number 1. And basically he said he was just tired of it. Tired of this kind of shit because whatever it was about, it was foolish. And I have to agree, it was foolish. Instead, if it was about money, I would have just said, look, I got my 30, I'm good. Y'all wanna have 40. You guys can have 40. Y'all can split that 80 2 ways. You have 40, he has 40, I got my 30, I'm good. Because I'm really not for the fact that, oh, I need to have more. No, I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. So suffice to say, after all that, I checked on Mom. Mom had her fist clenched real tight. She was at the verge of tears because of what was going on up front. She does not like fighting. So therefore, it affected her. So me and my sister, we went back to check on her. I said a few words to her. I told her everything's okay. My sister stayed by her side and basically pacified her to where she just basically cooled down. So I said, well, you know what? Why don't I do this? Why don't I go out and get something to cool us all down? Because we're all kind of hot and bothered by all this. So I go down to 7-Eleven, I pick up a few ginger ales, and I get a little something for myself. And I spend like, say, $5 or $6 on 3 drinks. So you know what? Yeah, let's just do that. So the entirety of that basically just made everything just cooler, and then number 2 came by, and he not only apologized, but he said that not only does he apologize for it, but he's disappointed in his actions. And that's a rare case in which, you can do more than an apology, but you basically say that you're disappointed in your actions. So basically, it was like, okay, well, you know what? I can respect that because you're being a man about it. You're basically saying, I didn't mean to do that. That was, totally out of character. This is not who I am. This is not who I am. This is not what I do. So therefore, I ask for forgiveness. So I can only say, yeah, I respect that. I respect that. Because if you could do a little bit more than just apologize, and just basically say, I mean it, that was just totally out of character, and I'm disappointed in my actions. That basically says, we respect you for that. So, that turned out to be okay. Older number 1, still throwing a hissy fit. Because we don't know what the fuck's going on with him. Clearly we don't. And he's got so many things going on. We don't know what's going on. And pretty much, suffice to say, it's all a big question mark. Next day shows up. And I'm struggling with all this meat he left in the freezer, taking up too much space because we can't close the freezer. So what I did was I bagged up everything that happened, and bagged up all the meat, left it outside. Came by, picked it up, and apparently he wanted to talk. And again, it's all leading up to what happened yesterday. So, I was sitting with my sister, and I said, you know what? Just in case, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to sit right here, and if something happens, I'm grabbing my sword. So I keep the sword sheathed the entire time. I never drew it the entire time this was going on. Because I was at my limit. And the one thing you just don't do at my house, and I treat this as a rule, you don't disrespect those who are living at this house, especially the elders. You do not disrespect them in any way. You do not disrespect those who are actually doing something in the house. You don't disrespect me. You don't disrespect my cousin. You don't even disrespect my sister. You don't even disrespect my brother. You don't even disrespect the goddamn cat that roams around our house. Okay, you don't do that. You don't disrespect any of that which is going on within our house. It's basically a sign of respect. You know, you respect me, respect my house. Respect those who are living in said house. Respect those who are working around the house. And that means inside. Whatever is going on inside, that's what's going on inside. We're trying to help one person get back on their feet. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to help one person get back on their feet just because of everything she has been going through. She has been a true soldier. My mom, yes, her. She has been a true soldier throughout all this. Throughout all that has been going on with her since I've been a teenager. Because all this happened while, growing up past, high school. And I didn't even know this was going on. I mean, with her dementia, I didn't even know she had dementia. And she hid it because she didn't want me to know. She didn't want me to worry about it. But the thing is, I'm her son, and I am going to worry about it. I have every right to worry about that. We come up to Tuesday, which was yesterday. We spent the whole day out. As I mentioned before, we spent the whole day out. Took her to a primary. Suggested we take her to Sentinella. But it also suggests that we eat first. Because it's a good thing we did do that because it was going to be a long day. And indeed it was a long day. And it's a good thing we did eat because, we just left without eating the entire time. So, we have ourselves lunch. We leave. We take her to the hospital. They said that they have her all set. We can admit her. And apparently that kinda not happened. Because of some mix-up, they thought we went back to the house. And at one point, I did want to come back to the house just to pick up my phone. But thank God I just remembered my phone number because they wanted a direct contact. And since I'm her son, I'm the direct contact they should want to reach. So I gave them my number after what was about 3, 4, 5 hours. Because we left the hospital around 7. Since they finally managed to get her situated, admitted, and keep her under observation until further notice. We go by Burger King. We're tired. We were just outright tired. Me, I'm basically just releasing. I'm basically just going through a lot that's just going on in my head. Okay? I get a little cry out because I'm just frustrated. This happened earlier, by the way. Technically, this has been me the entire time this whole thing has been going on. I know it's U.S. agent, but I prefer to call him Captain America. That's what I call myself on as my Steam profile. On my Steam profile page, I am Captain America. So, I have two conversations going on. Mainly one. Basically, I said after all this, I don't need to hear the truth. Okay? I don't want to hear about what goes on. What's going to happen. I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm saying this right now, the only thing that I need to do is try to keep myself busy, try to stay positive, and try to not go crazy. That is my thing. That is what I want to believe right now. Because, truth be told, I have went through it's just this whole weekend, and beyond that. Before that, I have been through a lot. And right now, what I need is support. That's what I need right now. I don't want to hear about, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but no. Keep that bad news to yourself, please. Please. Because right now, it's like, I'm already trying to be Atlas, okay? I'm trying to be freaking Atlas. I'm trying to keep my world in check. And those living on said world. I'm trying to keep that in check. I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't crumble while I'm trying to hold it. While I'm trying to balance it. While I'm trying to basically just say, hey guys, I'm Pookie Izzy 7. Hi guys, this is your friendly neighborhood Tenkai. Hello, my friends. This is Ichigo Musco. Hey, guys, this is Izzy. I'm trying to keep myself in check. Trying to keep myself basically to where I need to be. I'm trying to be the pillar of strength for my family. Can I at least, for what it is worth, give me some motherfucking credit for what I'm going through right now? I'm trying to keep my family safe. I'm trying to make sure that my mom keeps going until she is ready to go. Until God is ready to let me know her place is with Him. Trying to keep her on this earth is priority number one. So that means, yeah, I am on freaking edge right at this point in time. And the last thing I need is for something to basically piss me the fuck off. That's all. I don't need that kind of shit right now. Because you know what? I heard this shit before. While I was working. Oh yeah, while I was working. I heard the same thing. it was like this, you know, you're gonna have to think about what you're gonna do, cause your parents are getting older. Like, motherfucker, you think I don't know that kind of shit? Seriously, you don't think my folks are getting older? You don't think I don't notice that? You think I'm some kind of goddamn slacker that doesn't really know what's going on? I know what's going on. Just the thing is, I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time. Seriously, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time. I'm trying to make sure that I, myself, don't go crazy. Because I'm no good to anybody if I go crazy. And not in the normal sense of crazy which you would expect me to do on my videos. But crazy as in Arkham Asylum. That's the best kind of explanation I can say this. Arkham Asylum. And the one thing that I have been through throughout most of my life is being underestimated. And that goes the same with my mom. She is really a trooper. She is a soldier among all things that is going on. She has been through a lot. And according to our back history of our family, we come from a line of Native Americans, Blackfoot and Cherokee. So that means we ain't black, we Native American. Aside from that, it's that warrior spirit that she has. As long as I don't give up, she's not going to give up. As long as I tell her everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be fine, all you need is this. All you need to know is where you are at right now. You are in a good place. The last thing I told her before this all went down was I told her that she is in a very good place. Where you are mentally, just think about where you are right now. You are in a curio shop. You know what's going on, but you don't want to know what's going on. You want to be safe. You want to be sane. You want to be known that what you're doing right now, you're okay. But just let us know every now and then that you're still here with us. And what I mean by that is, you know, a little bit of animation through her body, you know, body giving off signals and whatnot. Just let us know you're here. You're still with us. So the entire time, we're feeding her moral support. We're feeding her positive reinforcement. That's what we're doing. Because what most people don't get is that positive reinforcement is a way of keeping people alive. Because what many doctors say, what many doctors will do is they say, well, she has this, and she might not, or he might not. I've been through that. When I was a kid. Being told that I wouldn't hold a thought. Hey, guess what? I'm damn near 40 years old, and I'm still holding a thought. I'm holding various thoughts in my mind right now. So don't tell me that shit don't work. It works. Positive reinforcement does make a big difference to a person's life. If you give up on a person, then there's no hope. There's no will. There's not much of anything for them to do but die. And I, for one, am not giving up on my mom. Throughout all that I have gone through in my life, she has never given up on me. So that tells you something. If she hasn't given up on me all that time, then therefore, I'm not giving up on her. She's been in my shadow the entire time She's the one who keeps pushing me. She's the one who's basically my motivation behind being a Let's Player. Because she basically kept my interest going. She kept my interest in mangas. So I read a lot. Which in turn made me into an author. She kept my interest in video games. When I was when I was younger. She actually bought me a few games I never even heard of. Therefore, I've gotten to enjoy playing obscure games than, well-known games. So because of her, because of her, she's the reason why I'm doing the things I'm doing now. She's the reason why I'm a Let's Player and I'm an author. And what I try to do for the community. Because she likes to help. I try to help. I try to do everything in the same vein that she does. But I do it a bit differently. So that means in the situation that is going on right now, I'm not giving up. Because it's very easy to underestimate people with hardship, disability, and everything within that avenue. But still, I feel if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, for her sake, I'm doing what I can when I can. That means, yes, I gotta follow suit with what's going on. I gotta make sure things get done. And for what it's worth, just to see her still among the living and still doing what she can do. Because I want her to enjoy her golden years. If anything, I want her to enjoy her golden years. I want her well taken care of. I want to make sure that she stays safe. And that her life stays as an inspiration to all who have been impacted by her. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that legacy of this Yamato Nadeshiko, that's what I like to call her. That is my title for her. She is basically that ideal woman. That basically she has worked so diligently as being that. She tries to help. She worked until she basically retired. I mean, she worked for the city, for God's sakes. So that says a lot. That holds a lot of weight. And for that, I can only say, yeah, my mom's awesome. My mom has been through thick and thin with me. And for what she's worth, what she is worth is basically more than anything that's very costly in this world. She is more valuable than diamonds. Well, actually, any jewel on the face of the planet Earth and any type of currency that exists on the face of the planet Earth. So, yeah, that's what's been going on at the house. For what it is worth, for what she is worth, I'm not giving that up. And for those who are listening, I want to thank you. Thank you for your time and your patience and your energy for listening to what's been going on with this update of sorts. And next time when we see each other, I'll be pretty much shooting out another update with a little more how should I say this? It would be a little more upbeat than what this one was. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cut the video here. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time for whatever I plan to do.